Could actually fuel other terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda. Here to explain is Ryan Mauro. He is a national security analyst with the Clarion project. You have seen him on Fox many times. Thanks for being with us this early, Ryan. All right, so the coalition has targeted 20 different areas overnight. Were these successful? Do we know any information?
Well, we don't know the specifics yet, but one of the things that's surprising to me is that usually ISIS members are very coordinated with their messaging, and they should be expecting these type of strikes to come. But from the social media accounts, the impression I'm getting is chaos. They're all over the place. They're not coordinating very well. So that could indicate a certain level of shock.
What are they writing on social media?
They're trying to encourage each other right now by saying, don't worry, eventually U.S. troops are going to be on the ground and then we can fight and actually cause American casualties that way.
So they want U.S. troops to be there on the ground?
Yes.
They're not afraid?
Well, they desire death, so the concept of fear isn't going to play into their calculations. But they very much desire being able to say that they've kidnapped or killed an American soldier. And if that means losing 1,000 guys in the process, it's worth it to them. And
they can't shoot down our planes, so they want our guys there on the ground, our women and our men there on the ground. Do you think that will happen? Will the president change his mind?
Who knows? I highly doubt it. You'll probably see special operations raids at a certain point, but sometimes you can play a game with the semantics and say, oh, well, we have troops engaged in combat, but they're not really combat troops. So there's a game of semantics that can sometimes go on.
Now, you have said that if we weaken ISIS, if we destroy ISIS, there are other terrorist groups that could become stronger as a result.
This is the problem that we face, particularly in Syria, and as we go about vetting some of the so-called moderate rebels. And yes, there are some moderates there, but the competing group to ISIS right now is Al-Qaeda. It's an affiliate called Jabhat al-Nusra. So if you destroy ISIS, those members aren't going to say, oh, I was wrong about the whole concept of jihad. They're going to go to another group. They're going to go to Al-Qaeda. And by the way, one of the things I'm seeing on the ISIS social media accounts is that they're trying to say that the U.S. is deliberately massacring civilians in Syria. So one of the things we have to be prepared for is for them to copy the tactics of Hamas like they use against Israel and try and make it look like we're just killing children for the sake of doing it.
All right. Thank you for being with us, Ryan.
Thank you.
Great insight. Heather, over to you.
Thank you. Well,